So last night was Monday Raw, and it's a really great show. Aside from people like hiccups, but I enjoyed it very much. I am so tired. Mind you, I have to work, and then I have to book it literally from work straight to NXT because I got a ticket to go, and I'm very excited because it's be my first live event for wrestling, and what better way to go than go to NXT? So I'm gonna go to New Year's Evil tonight and have a great time. Enjoy it. I just hope that everyone has fun. Everyone named Oba and Trick and all other faves. Like, I really love NXT. It's really been a joy to watch and to go and see them like flourish here in my own city. It's gonna be fun. And apparently The Rock is gonna be there because last night he announced on IG Live that he was gonna pull up. So it's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. But I'm excited. And yeah, that's really it. I'll catch y'all en route when I get there. I have coffee. I'm gonna need to grab a coffee like midday because I know I'm gonna be a little bit eepy midday before I get over there. So leave me get coffee later on.
South Carolina, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the NXT champion, Trick Williams.
Hey guys, it's been a couple days since I last picked up this camera, but New Year's Evil was a time. It was so much fun being my first live event, wrestling wise. Like now, I know for sure there are some dates that are gonna be out here, that are not WWE related, but other promotions. Like I know TNA will be out here in April. It's after Mania. But I kind of want to go there and see AJ Francis. If Joe Hendry is still there, I want to go see Joe. I want to see Tasha Steelz, the Hardys, Leon Slater. There's so many great people that actually enjoy TNA. So when they do come to LA in April, I want to go and see them perform. But needless to say, New Year's Evil was so much fun. It was very different of an experience being there because I'm so used to listening to commentary. I'm so used to hearing Booker T and Vic just yap. But then sometimes it's like very weird and that's unnecessary commentary at times. It was still kind of different just being there and like seeing people like actually get a vibe. And it was so really random too because like, okay, I know online a lot of people don't like Cora Jade. Yeah, I realized people actually, I think in real life too, in public, they also don't like her. But I know it's kayfabe. I hope it really is kayfabe. But she really had a good showing in the Fatal 4-Way. But let's get into some of the um results in the rundown from New Year's Evil. So the opening match was Roxanne Perez versus Julia for the NXT Women's Championship, and that match, okay, mind you, for all these matches, I really didn't have any expectations for a lot of them. Like I was going in like very much, I'm rooting for everybody. I didn't really care who won the NXT Women's Championship because I have enjoyed Roxanne's growth over the last year. She's really come into her own even much more as champion, and she's been putting on bigger matches. However, Shauna ruled a day of not letting her main event one freaking PLE or show as champ. The only time I think she's actually main evented something as champion for a match was against Thea Hale. That's the only time. Other than that, paid her dust. She deserved a main event slot as champion because she's been pinning on amazing matches as champion. However, her and Julia did open the show, and that was a really good match as well. But Roxanne's reign as champion came to an end, and Julia is now our NXT Women's Champion to start off 2025. I'm very excited, but I'm also very kind of worried because I know, like, yeah, Julia is one of the top women in the division at the moment, obviously. Well, I really haven't learned that much more about Julia since she's been here. She hasn't been as involved with a lot of stuff, whereas, like, Zarya and stuff have been. I haven't really heard much more from Julia herself, aside just from, like, the vignettes that we did get. However, I want to see her more interacting with the division. So hopefully, with her having this championship, I really do hope that we get more of her and I get to learn more about Julia. So yeah, that was the opening match, and then the second match, which was the Fatal 4-Way. Mind you, the first hour is all women's matches, and I'm like, I love it, I love it, I love it. The Fatal 4 match was for the number one contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship, and this was the inaugural NXT North American Champion, Kalani Jordan, Stephanie Vaquer, Cora Jade, and Lola Vice. You know, them four having their quarrel and it turning into a Fatal 4-Way has actually been kind of fun to see. All four ladies put on an amazing match with some really cool spots. But all in all, the winner of that Fatal 4-Way and the new number one contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship is Stephanie Vaquer. And I'm excited to see what she brings to the table. Like, I've enjoyed seeing her interactions with the locker room, and I just know she's going to give Fallon Henry a run for her money. So that's going to be really fun to see. Speaking of Fallon Henry, her, JC, and Jasmine had a tag match against Shotzi, Gigi Dolan, and Tatum Paxley. And that was a really fun match as well. Like I said, the women put on an amazing first hour. And that match was really fun to see. Big props to Shotzi and Gigi for really like coming back at full health and really killing it. They really put on a big good performance in that match. However, the ending of that match was really funny because Shotzi actually pinned Fallon. And when you pin someone, normally, okay, you kind of have a shot at getting a championship and you help advance the story. But with Shotzi pinning Fallon and Stephanie winning the number one contendership, are we going to get a triple threat? I want to know. You know, that would be really fun to see. But how the story progresses with that championship, it is going to be really interesting as well. So big props to Chauncey for getting that, and hopefully we do get to see her more in with action as like she's come back into the fold after her injury. So that's gonna be really cool. The next match was the Heritage Cup match with Charlie Dempsey and Lexis King. And we've seen this chronicled past couple of weeks between them two with the interference by William Regal. However, after the last match with the brass knuckle by Mr. Regal, and that was so weird. Mind you, Lexus didn't win that match, so it went back to Charlie, but they got the actual rematch and we had that. And it was a really good contested match. Okay, mind you, also, I could barely actually see what was happening because I sat in the back. But watching the show again the next day, I was like, okay, these spots, I remember seeing how these went, but I couldn't see a lot of the stuff that happened when they fell off. And I couldn't see a lot of the pins. But we move. But Lexus won. Oh no, it was a good match. What I saw, what I watched it back again, and I'm really excited to see what does come from this because Lexus has been on this role of like trying to not be like his dad, in kayfabe of sorts. So I'm excited to see this character arc for him and just being a reformed person of sorts. So we'll see how that goes. Congratulations to Lexus. And then we had the main event match between Oba Femi and Trick Williams. Mind you, I totally forgot that this was actually going to be a triple threat because at the beginning of the show, randomly came into this as it being a triple threat between Oba Femi, Trick Williams, and Eddie Thorpe. However, Oba Femi apparently actually attacked, this time for real, Eddie backstage, but I still don't think that was actually Oba. Oba said he actually did hit him, but my money's still on somebody that is in the family that attacked Eddie for payback for what happened prior to Eddie even jumping himself. Okay, but we move. But after that, I was like, okay, cool. It's just gonna be straight up Oba and Trick. However, I totally forgot about Eddie because Eddie came out like towards the tail end of this match and just messed it up for me, you know. Granted, in this match, I was rooting for everybody not named Eddie Thorpe, okay, because I've seen the trajectory of Oba thus far, and he's been such a great talker on the mic. He's been wrestling really well. He held that NXT North American Championship for a reason for a while. And Trick has been growing as much as flack as some people would give Trick. He really has grown. I feel like in that second reign a little bit, even though like the opponents I hated. I hated the opponents that he had in the second reign, but there's instances where he has grown, and I feel like with more time he'll be one of those big names we will see on the main event scene in the main roster. But you know, we move. Otherwise, aside from that, that match was actually really good. Um, and I just want to say too, the crowd really loves Oba Femi and Trick. The chants, Oba whooped that Trick. It was real. It was so much fun to see both of them like really go in because this is what I wanted to see. I really wanted to see just straight up Oba and Trick. We got that for majority of the match. So yeah. Also, I had another thought. Oh, yeah, my other thought was like I said, like Trick grew a little bit more to me in my eyes in the second reign. Granted, like I said, I didn't like the opponents that they did give him in the second reign. I feel like he still was able to adapt the best way he could. And that's what you need. You need to be able to adapt in situations, and he was able to do that. The rapping, the diss tracks. Let's not do them often. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. We're gonna leave those in 2024. Let's do something else. But after that match, just seeing the love that Trick got, it was so like really so loved, so great to see, to be honest. Because a year ago, he was in a program with Mello, and that kind of helped kickstart Trick's like full-on singles career in the opening to see like, oh, Trick is going to be one of those guys in the future, and seeing trajectory like just a year later, it's really cool to see like Trick is really loved by the people, and he really got people behind him, and that's really dope to see. And then in the main events, we had The Rock. As y'all saw in the clip, Dwayne showed up. He showed up and he was just yapping, to be honest. And that's all he wanted to do, just come up there and yap for the last 10 minutes. I don't remember what else he actually said, to be honest. But it was supposed to be inspirational, supposed to be helpful and hopeful heading into the new era of WWE on Netflix, CW, all around. But yeah, that was a really good show. I'm really excited to see what else is to come from the fallout of this. I know during the show they announced that there will be a tag team match between Lash and Jakara and Unholy Union for contendership for the tag champions. So that's gonna be really interesting to see because like that we gotta get movement in that department. Also, Braxium is having their tag match against OTM. I want to know. I'm continuing to know more. I'm continuing to learn more about OTM as a duo because we already know Jada. Like we all love Jada, but now we're about to learn more about Bronco Evolution. So that's gonna be really fun to see because there are two different styles as well between both groups. So that's gonna be really fun. I still don't know. Granted, we didn't see them on the episode. I still don't know what the payoff. Okay, I don't know what the payoff is going to be for this Tony D'Angelo, Sean Spears situation. I think Sean Spears laid off, but now we actually kind of need somebody to actually challenge Tony D'Angelo for that championship. I don't want it to be Sean Spears because that man, I don't know what he got going on, but I don't like it. Let's move on past it. Let's do something else, do something different. I don't want that man near that championship. But if that happens, Tony D, do what you gotta do. Also, Ridge Holland, I'm looking at you weird for what you did on the Go Home show when you were in that Santa Claus outfit. Because if you try and go after the family, we got problems, God. Okay, we got problems. Because don't go for the family. You don't come for the family. You don't. You saw what happened to Oba Femi, the ruler. Okay, you saw what happened, and Tony D'Angelo took it. And I love Oba Femi, but you saw what happened. He was able to overcome that. I don't need Rich Holland in the family business. Let's get him out of here. But yeah, that's really it. That's all. I hope you guys really enjoyed my thoughts and kind of recap of NXT New Year's Evil. If you guys want to see more content like this, let me know down below in the comments as well. Also, as you guys know, I live in the Los Angeles area, and we have been plagued by wildfires. Unfortunately, like a lot of people have lost their homes, and they have to start rebuilding. So I'll be leaving links in the description down below as well for where you can donate to different families who've lost a lot, and whatnot. I'm safe. I'm sound. I've been away from the fires because I don't live near those areas, but the air quality was really bad for the last couple of days, and my nose was sensitive. Like it's not a good place to be if you don't have a mask outside. So yeah, but please continue to pray for Los Angeles as the wildfires in Palisades and Altadena are still getting a little bit worse. They have been like gradually getting worse over the last couple of days, even though like in other spots there have been like hot fires. Those are still the worst spots that are being hit, and it's really affecting a lot of people here in the city who aren't even like over there. We have family and friends that are in those areas that are really affected by those. So once again, like I said, if you feel moved to donate, donate. There will be resources as well in the description box that you can look at. So yeah, because I know when I left NXT Tuesday night, the winds were atrocious and dust was just out, and I knew the fires were happening in Palisades. We didn't know like how big it would have gotten until like the next day. Because I went to work the next day, it was horrendous. Like the air quality was bad. We saw like the smoke clouds everywhere. So yeah, that's really it. You guys can also find me on social media at meggsnhines, mostly everywhere, on Twitter and Instagram, TikTok until the 19th. You can also check out the Substack at marvelhonesty.substack.com. That will be in the description box as well. The latest post is out right now. We're talking about my ins and outs. What's in and out for 2025 for me? A little jokey joke and some of the outs, a little jokey joke from some of the ends, but all real and whatnot. So yeah, like I said, that's it. That's all. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.